right, driving over to Wildwood, I'm having this epiphany. So the one thing, which again, years ago I was striving for and driving myself at, was becoming a top tier golf instructor. And I'm all of a sudden getting like this extra exertion on taking this back into my wing again. Now I've got Joe. So with Joe, having a partner to do things is 10 times easier than trying to do stuff by yourself, because then you lean and you think and you talk and you throw these things. And I'm not going to be greedy. I want to share that income and the wealth of this, because you need somebody that has the excitement level to do it. You got it, Joe. So that's the good news. But I'm going to kind of some stack and tilt stuff with Andy Plummer, Mike Bennett, Mac O'Grady, and all of these things that I've learned since back in 2001 when I met Tiger for the first time, and watching him, and then all of a sudden my adrenaline kicks into gear and I see Tiger and I'm like, I need to learn to teach better. I need to be a better teacher. And then I meet Mike at 2004 at Matitaconk National up in Jersey. And anyway, I'm rambling, but the point is, that story's endless, by the way. I can go on and on and on about all these stories. And meeting Mac O'Grady, then at that point in time also, he was there. But a golf swing has to have a center, a rotational pivot point, and separation. Separation, so balance, pivot point, separation. Those are the key three words right there, okay? As I'm driving, those are the words to me that are the most important in a golf swing. Not the path, not the plane, because the path, the plane, the club are a continuation. They are a connection of the rotational aspects or non-rotational aspects of a golf swing. It's more important the location and the separation. So location means the pivot point angle, the bend of the body, the lowest point of the spine, and how the outskirts of the body, the wideness of the body, like the earth on an axis. So the outskirts of the earth, whereas the inside of the earth is the axis. And the big components have to swivel and rotate around the outer, wider components. It has to happen. And you can't shift or adjust the axis or the spine angle. It has to stay constant. If anything, when you watch these guys, the majority, so good players can stay level and not really change the axis. They never have the axis go up. If the axis does anything, it goes down or it drops. Why does it go down or drop? Because centrifugal force in a golf swing opens it up. So if you actually lowered the axis closer to the ground slightly, you don't want to crunch or get down in there too deep, but if you lower the axis down, then you're going to open it more up. And you can't open it up if you're lifting up. So if you lift up, you thrust forward, you halt and pause rotation automatically, and then you throw your hands at it. You slap your hands straight downward at it. Okay, so now the last finite difference of that is, how can you move the pivot point and resist the urgency to throw it with your hands, separate a little bit, and uncoil the upper body? So if the hips went back and the pivot point got adjusted into the appropriate location, and it frees up the upper body to really, really spin or rotate significantly, then as you cover the ball, the golf club, your arms, hands, and the golf club slingshot down to the ball, you hit the ball. You rip the divot. The golf club would swing on a better path if you stayed over the ball in your posture longer. You wouldn't have to throw the golf club out of place if you stayed and maintained posture better. It's all relative. But separation, though, at that point, once you train yourself to stay over the ball or even go get the ball a little bit, then you have to realize the location where you want everything placed. And when that's done the right way, you get consistency out the wazoo.